Hello guys, you're welcome back once more. In this particular video guys, you can see this lovely dress I'm wearing, how beautiful, how lovely and fitted it is on me. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to cut and sew this. So if it's your first time in my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates so you can be among the first to see my next video. And please do well to stick with me to the end of this video so that you can see the full cutting and sewing of this lovely dress. Okay, this is the measurement I'm using for this wonderful tutorial, and this is my fabric. It's a lovely Ankara fabric. I already have my pattern drafted. Please kindly check on the description box below so that you see exactly how I drafted this pattern. It's very easy, very easy. So the only adjustment I'm going to be making on this pattern is the back side, which is the zip point. I'm just going to reshape the zip point to have a more better fit. If you look closely at the dress, you will see how the back side is well fitted, lapped on me. That is the zip. Everything is sleeping well on my waist point. So that is what I'm doing, shaping the waist to a very good fit. So this I've already placed my pattern paper and I've added all my allowances. That is the half inch I'm going to use to join. Then on the downside I added 1.5. Okay, so I added 1.5 to this particular downside because sometimes after you finish joining the waist, you might notice that the 16-inch half cut you measured might end up reducing to 15 or 15.5. So I like adding 1.5 so that after joining everything I will be sure that it's the same 16-inch. So I'll just go on now and trim this out, as you can see. So I believe already once you have checked out the video to see exactly how I drafted this lovely princess cut, all you need to do is just follow it gradually. I'm not going to be padding this. It's just a simple dress without any padding. I'm going to be using my bra to wear this. Okay, so you can actually make yours like this too. It's not actually must for you to always pad. So I've also added my 1.5 on the downside, and I've added half inch side on the sides, and on the side of it I've added enough like extra 1.5. So this is to help for my joining, effective joining. I'm just going to go ahead and notch the dart for the back. So guys, as you can see exactly how this looks, to get my v-neck I already marked out my shoulder point with the chalk, as you can see. Already replacing this so that you can see. So this is the point of the shoulder. From that particular point I'm going to come down by 6 inch, but you can make use of 7 inch. Okay, but if you don't want yours to, if you want it to be a bit more deeper, you can make use of 7, you can make use of 8 inch, depending on the inch you want. I made use of 6 inch. And why making it straight, why drafting the, why ruling the straight curve? You can actually curve it to have a nice so that it won't just be narrow V. Okay, it can be wide V, so you can expand it. Okay, so it all depends on how you want it, but don't forget it is going to reduce the shoulder. So you can see how it is looking. Everything is just okay. I'm just going to go ahead now and cut it out. So but if you want your V to be wider, which is what I explained at first, the shoulder will have to be reduced a little. Okay, so maybe by 1 inch so that it will give room for a more wider V. So but if you can see my V is not that wide on the shoulder, like it's not wide, it's just okay, and I'm okay with it like that. So the next thing I'm going to do now after this is to go ahead and cut out my sleeve, which is another important part of this tutorial. So this particular fabric is a baby face, a very beautiful baby face fabric. In case you want to buy it, actually the name is baby face. I don't know what they call it in your area, but it's very nice. It comes in different colors, very nice. It has this shiny look. So I bought just 1 yard. That is what I'm using for this sleeve. Remember, I'm slim, I'm not on the big side. So if you're sewing for someone on the big side, you can go for 1.5 or 2 inch. Okay, So I folded it into two and I'm just going to cut it out, as you can see. So after I cut this out now, I'm going to be using the different remaining part, that is the two pieces. One will be for the two of them, one for the one sleeve, then the other for the other sleeve, okay? So I will have, at least to an extent, it's going to be full enough to, to get me the bell sleeve I want to cut. Remember, what we are cutting here is a bell sleeve. Maybe there are other names for it, but this is the name I know this sleeve for. Okay, so you can know it with every other name, is still okay. So the next thing I'll do now, after folding it into two, is to get my sleeve height, which is 5 inch. So I'm sorry my chalk is not very transparent because this is white. Please just pay close attention. You're going to see exactly what I'm drafting so that you can get the exact accurate sleeve draft. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 8.5. That is my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus 0.5. So that is what I usually use to get my armhole. So I'm applying the same thing here because I want my sleeve to come out accurate, to meet perfectly. So I'm going to read a straight line from this point. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'll get the midway of this particular straight line. I have 10 inch here. So my midway is going to be 5 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and just apply 2.5 on the, just pieces it by 2.5. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move up 0.5 on this head side to give me that, sleeve head. Then I'm going to come down 0.2 on this side to give me that curve. So this is usually the method I use to cut my sleeve, and my sleeve always ends up coming out very nice after using it. So you can equally try using like this to cut yours, okay? So I'm going to be adding 2 inch allowance to this. So the next thing is to get my sleeve length, which is 24 inch. This particular 24 inch is the longer part of this. Remember this bell sleeve, there's this part that is a bit longer, that is deep. That is the one I used. So I'm going to add extra 1.5 to it, which is 25.5. That is plus the hemming and everything. So I ended up using 25.5 instead of 24. So it's better like that, so that the sleeve will not end up looking short, unless you want yours to be a bit short. Okay, so don't forget I said I use the longer part of the sleeve to get this measurement, not the shorter part. So the next thing I'm going to do is on this part of the unfold, I'm going to move up by 4 inch. This is the part of the unfold, and the other side, this unfold part now is the shorter part. The other side is the longer part. That is the part we are joining. That is the longer part. So that is the part you're going to use to get the actual sleeve, so that you can later trim it, as you can see me do already. So I have my 4 inch. I've moved up 4 inch. But as you know, I have 1.5 added to this. So when I finish everything, I'm going to be, it will be that I ended up moving up by 5.5. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to go ahead now and equally move up 1.5 so that you can understand better what I'm doing here, and then you will not be confused. So I hope you understand this now. So depending on how you want your belt to appear, I think 4 inches is usually okay. So I'm okay already. I've already finished cutting the sleeve already. Sorry, I finished marking the sleeve. So 19.5 becomes the actual sleeve after sewing. That is for the shorter part, which is the unfold. Then for the longer part, I will have 23.5. That will be the longer part of it after sewing. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my ruler and connect this. I'm going to connect it to this particular point like this. So guys, I had to make use of this fabric to cut this sleeve because I ran out of fabric. If not, I would have used the normal fabric so that we get everything exactly the way it is on the picture. Okay, so I'm already through with this. I'm just going to go ahead now and cut it out. Pay close attention to the one I'm cutting out. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this particular one like this. So in case you run out of fabric, you can equally use a nice fabric like this. This fabric is actually very nice. You can check it up in the market. It's so nice. Baby face. When I went to the market to get, I just wanted to get a nice white fabric, maybe something like what is the name, doll face or something. But when I saw it, just like it's new in the market, I quickly grabbed it. So after folding and hemming, that is how it's going to appear. So this is my sleeve. So I'm going to apply the same thing on the back, the second one, sorry. So all I need to do is just fold this and place it on top like this, you know, make sure I get everything well, and then cut it out. So guys, after cutting it, this is how it looks. So if you at this particular juncture, I hope you have enjoyed this video so much already. This is my skirt. I've already cut out my skirt. You can equally look up my description box and you see a link on how to cut a nice straight pencil skirt like this. It's very easy, very easy. Okay, so that's why I just had to skip that part. It's very easy. Just check out the description box. You're going to see it there. Okay, so if you know you have enjoyed my video up till now, you have enjoyed this particular tutorial as simple as it's going, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates. So this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my lining and equally arrange the drape wrapper for this dress. So I've done the joining of everything, the joining of my lining and zip and sleeve and all that, of which I know that you also know how to do this because there is no padding in this. It's just to go straight and sew. You can see the sleeve, you can see the beauty of the bell I told you about. You can see how lovely it is looking. My waist is beautiful. This dress is so nice actually. You can see the way it looked on me. So many people complimented it. So I'm just going to go ahead now and prepare the draped wrapper, the side drape wrapper. So this, I call it drape wrapper. You can still call it whatever name you call. So I have like 1.5 yard fabric. That is what I'm using to prepare this. Okay, and the length is 19 inch. So you can still get a more bigger depending on how full you want it. And don't forget, I've joined the sides already, so you need it to be at least up to 23 inch or something so that you can equally join your sides. I equally went ahead to join fabrics in order to get this length I have because I ran out of fabric. I just had to make use of what I have. So in order to achieve this, I'm going to open from this waist point to this part down, just like 10 inch. Okay, I'm going to be opening it just like half inch below the waist. Okay, just half inch below the waist. It's not going to be your exact waist point and it's not going to be 1 inch. It's good to start from half inch below the waist so that you can cover up that line on the waist and it's going to be really beautiful like that. Okay, so normally I wasn't supposed to sew up this part, but I just, in fact, sometimes we just forget these things, so I forgot that I sewed everything up. So I'm going to lose it up again. So I'm going to fold it in like this and pleat it. This pleating is an option. Okay, some people do pleat theirs. If you see this, you will see how lovely and pleated step by step it is, well arranged. But like I said, it's optional. Okay, you can decide to make it look very drapish by making it look like just like something a bit rough plaits. You can see just exactly this way I'm putting it now, so it mustn't have that pleat look. or you can pleat it small small and scatter it. Just get creative the way you want it to appear. Okay, you can just place it like wrapper, just arrange it the way you want wrapper to be, just fold it upwards, simple, just like that. And then you move it up, so it is going to be stopping on the waist too, but you're not going to be stitching it on the waistline. That line you are joined, that is what I mean, the line you join on the waist, just a bit below. Or you can still stop it there, because this one is just to sew. They sew a straight line, and then from there you are not moving this one inward, you are just sewing on top, and then you can see from there to just drop, be looking beautiful like this. But this particular one, make sure that your customer will actually wear it on her body before, so that you can get a more accurate um drape. Okay, or you can take the measurement from the side to this side and use it to apply it. It can also come out nice. So I can see I'm pinning this down. I'm pinning this down because I'm going to go and stitch it first before I fix it on the side. So guys, if you know you are enjoying this video, don't forget to check the description box to see the other ones I asked you to check, because it's going to help you understand and learn how to sew this style more easy and faster. Please don't forget to equally hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates. So I'm going to be sewing on just 1/2 inch like this. Then when I place it inside, I will now sew another proper one. That 1/2 inch is so that I will avoid anything that will make sewing to appear on the drape. So you can see how I've sewed it 1/2 inch. So when I now fix it in, I can now do normal sewing. I'll sew it back together with it. So this is looking so beautiful. So guys, I got a little stain on my white and I don't like it. So this is it. Very, very beautiful. You can see I've attached it to the side, and you can see it's not exactly step by step. Okay, you just have that drapish look, that little, it's just a little bit like wrapper tied on the waist. Okay, you can see how it's looking, but then in a very arranged, it's in a very arranged format. Okay guys, so that is all for this wonderful video. I'll go on and whip the sleeve, and then see you in my next video. Bye.